Hi, everyone. Welcome again to Enjoy English School. I'm Bruce.
I'm Antony.
Today and tomorrow, we have a 2-day lesson for you in our book club category for the month of February. We'll be introducing a book written by 2 Japanese who have some very important and useful things to say. The name of the lesson is The Courage to be Disliked.
没错，今天我们要介绍这个书非常有意思哦。它的这个中文的 title 叫做《被讨厌的勇气》。事实上，我不知道各位你们对于你们日常生活当中碰到同侪压力的时候，你们会怎么样做反应？你会去缩小自己配合大家呢，还是很勇敢的做自己呢？事实上呢，这本书虽然是2个日本人所写的，你可以想象一下，在日本社会，它那种群体的约束力很强，同侪压力很大嘛，所以说自己的需求常常就会被压缩哦。我记得这个被讨厌的勇气还有被翻拍成日剧，各位你可以去 Google 去看一下。那在日本的社会里面，之前有一部很受欢迎的叫做我要准时下班。准时下班不是很正常的事情吗？可是你要想象哦，当大家都加班的时候，你敢不敢冒着被大家讨厌的风险，你准时下班给大家看？所以这里的话，其实我觉得各位可以好好的去了解一下这本书，我们赶快来看看今天的内容吧。
Okay, let's get a look here at our first paragraph. We all have the power to change our lives anytime we choose. That's one of the wonderful things about being a human being is you can change even your long-held habits or ideas that you challenge by yourself.That's not always true, is it? We can think about things and make decisions that can change our lives.
没错，在第一段的第一句话，他告诉我们说，其实上改变可以随时发生，只要我们愿意。老师刚刚用到一个词还不错 ，long-held habits， 就是长久以来一直保有的习惯。这个 long L-O-N-G。held 中间呢还有一个小小的 hyphen， held 就是
H-E-L-D
Yes, that's right. Long held habit 就是长久以来保持的习惯。你会觉得习惯很难改，对不对？我们英文有句话讲说 old habits die hard.
Oh, perfect.
对不对？没错。所以在这边的话，其实我们真的要改也是有机会的。所以第一句话讲说 We all have the power to change our lives.Anytime we choose， 任何时间只要我们想要，我们都有机会改变我们的生活，甚至是生命。
The only thing stopping us from changing our lives is our own fear and unwillingness to do so. It's not other people or situations that usually force us to change our old habits. You can change your old habits yourself.
没错，所以这边的话他说 The only thing stopping us 唯一挡住我们阻挡我们没有办法改变的呢 is our own fear 是我们自己的恐惧 and unwillingness to do so 还有自己对改变的那种抗拒。好，这2件事情让我们没有办法做出改变。
The Courage to be Disliked is a book that gives readers the strength and motivation to take action.Well, you can see from the italics here, the courage to be disliked. These 5 words are in italics, and so it's not surprising that that's the name of a book. Names of movies also, any printed information, or not any, but large publications, movies, plays, and so on, things that are written,whether they are performed or not, we use italics to show that this is a special production. And in the book, it talks about how to develop strength and motivation is your intention, what you want to do, and how you make yourself change your old habits, maybe your bad habits, into good ones. And if you do that, you take action. You find the strength and you move towards your new goal.
没错，老师刚刚特别解释了 motivation 这个字它可以翻译成动机啦或内在的。老师刚刚用这个字 intention 就是意图，你想要做什么事情，你要找到那个动力。这边的话就是用 motivation 这个字来表达哦。所以整句话就说 The courage to be disliked， 它用斜体字来表达这是一个作品，可以是书，可以是电影等等。这边的话 is a book that gives readers the strength and motivation to take action。 这本书呢会给予这些读者好足够的力量还有动力去拿出行动。
It has helped people, the book, it has helped people accept the process of change so that they can find true happiness. The process of change suggests that when we do try to change maybe our old habits which were bad for us, it's not all at once. It may be a step-by-step process. You have to do one thing first that leads to another thing, and then finally you will reach your goal.
没错，所以最后他就讲说了 It has helped people 帮助了人们 accept the process of change 能够去接受改变的这个过程 process 就是改变的这个过程发生中间的这个环节 so that they can find true happiness 为了目的是希望能够活得更快乐，所以他告诉你最终的结果改变最终的目的最终的结果是要活得更快乐更开心。
Okay, let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll go to the second paragraph. All right. The book was written by, would you help me here?
Ichiro Kishimi
and
Fumitake Koga.
Okay, these obviously are Japanese names. And the book we, of course, have introduced, it's the title of our lesson today, The Courage to be Disliked.
OK， 所以在这边的话呢，我们先讲一下。他说 The book was written by 我们有两位，一位呢是岸见一郎，另外一位是古贺史健，他们两位日本人所写的这部作品。
It, the book, is structured, it is arranged as a series of conversations between a wise philosopher and his student. We often see this in popular culture as well as in traditional texts. You have the master and the student at his feet, and the master is challenging the student to develop his mind or his heart or his physical strength.
老师，我想到那个 Tuesdays with Maury 最后14堂星期二的课，像这种也是那种一个 mentor 一个 student 互相的对话。
Mentor, excellent. M-E-N-T-O-R, M-E-N-T-O-R. Teacher, you know, a mentor is a teacher who has a great influence on his students.
像是 Bruce 老师就是我的 mentor 他对我的帮助非常非常的大，各方面都是好。所以在这句话你看到 It is structured as a series of conversations 它的这个内容结构是像这样子的 As 就是讲到后面这个内容 A series of conversations 是一连串的对话，什么样两个人的对话呢 Between a wise philosopher 好，一个非常非常睿智的哲学家 and his student 看他的学生之间产生的对话。
The student is frustrated about the direction in which his life is going. So the student is very unhappy with his current situation, or he just can't seem to move away from depression that we talked about yesterday, that word, or he's confused by something. So he goes to see a wise philosopher. The feeling of frustration is you want to do something, but you can't. It doesn't matter why you can't. It may be you, it may be somebody else or something else, but that feeling of, gee, would I like to be able to do that? That feeling is called frustration.
所以这边的话 frustration 这个字，挫折感、沮丧，就是你很想做一件事情，但是不知道为什么，可能有诸多原因，你就是没办法去做，没有办法去完成你想要完成的事物，你会产生的一种感受。所以说他这边这个地方，他句子就讲 The student is frustrated， 就是来自于 frustration 这个名词变成形容词之后，感受 is frustrated about the direction in which his life is going。他对他未来何去何从、生命这件事情感到困惑，感到觉得非常非常的沮丧、无力，想做时不能做，有这样子的感受。
So, because he is frustrated, he asked the philosopher, he asked this mentor, questions like, what's my life's purpose? What is the meaning of my life? Why am I here? And how does my past affect me?Should I feel responsible for everything that happened to me in the past, or can I forget and forgive things that have happened in my past?
所以他就会问一些问题啦。So he asks the philosopher questions like， 他会问这个哲学家的问题，像是什么呢？ What is my life's purpose？ 我的生命的意义到底何在？ Or 或像什么 How does my past affect me？ 我的过往发生的事情如何影响到我？像这样，老师刚刚有提到说，我是不是要对以前发生在我身上的事情负责呢？还是我需要忘记过去、挥别过去，重新开始呢？像这样的问题的那种人生大灾问，他都在这本书里面会看到。
Many of the answers the student receives, that's another way to say that the philosopher answers his questions in this way, in a helpful way, but it makes the young man feel uncomfortable, 不舒服, is maybe nervous, or he feels regret, or he feels embarrassed. All of these could make a person feel uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable 就是非常的不自在、不舒服的心理感受哦。所以在这边的话，最后他就说许许多多 many of the answers the student receives， 他所收到的这些回答呢，来自这个睿智的哲学家的回答呢 are helpful， 很有帮助 but make him feel uncomfortable， 意思就是很有帮助，可是他听完之后觉得好不舒服，好不自在，很难过，可能是因为悔恨，可能会是因为觉得自己做不到，各式各样的这种很恐怖的一些感受，很有帮助，但是很让他不舒服。
Okay, we'll hear about the mentors or the philosophers' answers after our break. So the philosopher explains to his student, if you like, that unhappiness is something that people choose for themselves. That comes as a surprise to so many people. They don't realize they are the source of their own unhappiness. They don't have to be unhappy. They choose to be unhappy.
没错，所以这边的话，第三段一开始的时候就让你吓一跳，对不对？这个 philosopher 居然跟他讲说 The philosopher explains that explain 就是解释的意思，对 explains that unhappiness is something that people choose for themselves。居然不快乐是自己所选择的，不对啊，我没有要不快乐啊，可是你告诉我说不快乐是你自己的选择，这实在是很神奇的一件事情。
Being unhappy, feeling unhappy is often a way to avoid challenges. Life will give us challenges all our lives. Life is a challenge to be productive, to be honest, to be helpful, to react to other people in ways that help a situation, not hurt it.If you feel unhappy about something, it usually means that you're not doing something about it. You're choosing to be passive, not active.
没错，所以这边的话，第二句话就充分去解释一下他到底在说什么。 Being unhappy, 老师刚刚所讲的 being passive， 如果说今天事情就是会发生，但如果说你就采取一个被动消极的态度，那你就只要不快乐就好啦，只要觉得沮丧就好，不会有所作为。他在讲的就是这件事情。Being unhappy is often a way to avoid challenges， 所以生命中有许多各种的挑战，然后你只要觉得好像不快乐是一个选项，让你有这种不快乐的这种选项，你可以避开挑战。好，这是一个很有趣的这个概念。然后后面他就告诉你说 and avoidance， 好 avoidance 这样的避开呢，能够 protects people from pain and rejection。 那这样避开挑战了之后呢，人们就会觉得说可以保护他们不要去受到挑战所带来的痛苦，还有这种失败所带来的这种不舒服的感受。
However, this road, now here we don't really mean a street. We mean this way that you approach a problem, whether to solve it or to accept being unhappy, will never lead to happiness. How could it? You are holding yourself back. You're not moving forward in your life.
没错，所以在这边的话告诉你说 however， 但是这种一味的逃避呢， this road 是指这种方式这种方法，你选的这条路 will never lead to happiness， 却是一直逃，却没有办法逃往真正快乐的境地。事实上这样做并不会让你有真正的快乐，因为你一直在逃，所以就没有办法去面对许多事情。
In order to be happy, which is why the boy goes to the philosopher to get some answers to his problems. In order to be happy, you have to go after your dreams. We mentioned the word motivation before, or intention. You have to be the one who pushes yourself forward to where you want to go or who you want to be. So stop worrying what others think. And we often do this. Most people around us, whether it's family, students or workers, neighbors, whatever, they may have a certain way to look at things or feel that something is right or wrong to do, but in your heart, you don't feel the same way. And so you would rather be unhappy than tell people how you really feel or what you really want to do. And as one of the authors proposes, this means he suggests, that you should have the courage to be disliked, because what's good for you might not be good for other people, and they won't be happy if you choose that way. But if you want to be happy in your life, you may have to make other people unhappy with your choices.
没有错，所以这边的话其实就是自己想要追求的梦想跟其他人对你的期望有时候常会产生许多拉扯。所以你看这边这句话最后这句 In order to be happy， 为了要追求真正的快乐呢， You have to go after your dreams。 老师刚刚特别有提到说 Go after your dreams to fulfill your dreams， 有很多各式各样的动词来跟它搭配就是你要追求你自己的梦想，而且呢 Stop worrying what others think，也不要太在意其他人的想法，说其他人都要你当医生，可是你就真的很想当一个画家，或是很想追逐自己的梦想，你要勇敢去追梦。然后呢他就说 And as Ichiro Kishimi proposes， 好，意思就是正如他所讲出来的，好，他提议的这个 proposes 的意思就是提出的一个看法， Have the courage to be disliked， 你要有这种被讨厌的勇气，才能够勇敢的追逐自己的梦想，真正的达到快乐的境界。
Okay, that's quite a bit to take in to understand all at once, but remember tomorrow we continue with the book and its ideas that may be helpful for you to improve your own life. Now we have some important words from today's lesson to review after a short break. All right, in the first paragraph, we have the phrase take action, which simply means to do something, to feel motivated so that you're going to use your energy and your power to accomplish something.
就是拿出行动的意思。
In the same paragraph, last sentence, we have the noun process. That is a way to do something step by step.
就是做一件事情，它一定有一个步骤 ，step by step， 一步一步做。那中间这整个步骤呢，就是它的过程 process。In
our second paragraph, we have the word, also the second sentence of the second paragraph. We have structured, so it's an adjective. To structure is the verb, and that means to plan or arrange.
在这地方就是安排，或者是他讲的它的结构是用什么样的形态呈现。
In the next sentence, we have another adjective, frustrated. And as I said, this means the feeling you have when you want to do something, but you don't let yourself do it, or someone keeps you from doing it.
没错，就是那种挫折感，你想做，但是没有办法做的那种情绪很压抑。
Our next item is the last word of the second paragraph, uncomfortable. You know, means not. Comfortable is easy and pleasant, so unpleasant.
没错，就是让人不舒服的，尤其是心理上的感受。
In the final paragraph, the second sentence, we have the verb protect, and that means to keep from harm.
Yeah, to protect 就是保护。Protect somebody from 后面接上比较会带来伤害的东西，就是保护他不要受到后面的人的伤害或攻击。
In the next two sentences, we have go after your dreams. Go after, we often use the word chase. To chase your dreams is to follow your dreams.
就是去追逐你的梦想，去努力的去完成你的梦想。
And our last item is in the last sentence also. Propose is to suggest or offer an idea for you to think about.
提出一个建议，我们可以用 propose an idea 这样的概念。
So that's it for today's lesson. Please join us again tomorrow as we continue talking about this very useful book, The Courage to be Disliked. Until then, bye-bye.